Hi, I'm Stacey Mallory, representing Charters Talk 4630. Before I get started, I want to remind you to press the like button, give a thumbs up, hit the notification button on the right, and please don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss a show or a podcast. It doesn't matter if you're a Chargers fan or not. Everyone who listens and supports us is always welcome here. Now, I was taking a ride going to the mall to pick up a couple of things, and I was reading a lot of the comments that people were giving me from the last two podcasts. But before I get into that, let me first say thank you to all of the people who sent me messages in my DM, my email, or in the chat room of the podcast. There's many that really want the Chargers to stay at 5 and take Harrison or Neighbors if they're available. So there's heated and passionate conversations going on about why I personally see them trading back for more picks and taking the offensive lineman with the first pick. It's kind of windy out here, so y'all can bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me. As of today, if you go into the archives of the past two shows, you'll see hundreds of comments that think if the Chargers trade back and miss out on one of those wide receivers, it will be a big mistake. Now, I try to respond to everyone, and I have, but I'm still being asked today, why do I feel that trading back is what I project Harbaugh and Ortiz to do? It takes a lot of time and a lot of typing to keep responding individually. So I'm going to state my case again. This last time regarding why, in my opinion, that trading back is the best option. Some will agree, some will disagree, and that's okay for me. But for some reason, I think this conversation will continue to go on at least until the draft. So let's look at Jim Harbaugh's record with the 4 teams he was employed as his head coach. He coached the San Diego Toreros in the PFL League, Stanford Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers, and the University of Michigan. He led the San Diego Toreros to 2 consecutive PFL championships. He went to 3 straight NFC championship games, including 1 Super Bowl with the 49ers, after they had 8 straight losing seasons before his arrival there. He's won with the University of Stanford and recently won the national championship with the Michigan Wolverines. He has a philosophy that he stuck with and has won with from the very beginning of his college career, sporting a collegiate record of 144 wins and 52 losses and 49 wins and 22 losses and 1 tie as an NFL coach. The man just wins. It's in his DNA. And for the life of me, I don't know why some people are still questioning him and Ortiz's decisions. Harbaugh built these teams simply by assembling a strong and a physical offensive line and a defensive line that could win in the trenches and a power run game. Ask teams that had to play his 49ers. Ask Ohio State. Ask Georgia. Ask Alabama and Washington. How did they work out for them? This takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback and put your team in a position to sustain long drives and be able to close out games for you to win. In his 4 years with San Fran, he had average receivers at best for the most part. In 2012, Hall of Famer Randy Moss was there and played in all 16 games, never hurt, with just 28 catches for 434 yards and scored 3 touchdowns because he was asked 50% of the time to block. Michael Crabtree, who was a former 2009 first-round pick who played 10 years in the league and was better than an average receiver, but only had 2,000-yard seasons in his career and never made the Pro Bowl. But he was very effective in Harbaugh's system. See, Harbaugh demands from his receivers to sacrifice some of your catches and to be effective blockers in his schemes. San Francisco won this way. University of San Diego won this way. Stanford Cardinals won this way. And Michigan won this way. It's what Harbaugh knows. It's what Harbaugh does. And even in a passing league, his philosophy still works. Not being able to run the ball and chew up clock is one of the main reasons the Chargers have blown so many leads over the years. I'm not saying we get Marty Ball 2.0 because we still have that man named Justin Herbert, but we need a balanced attack, which is what Harbaugh preaches and teaches. It's staying out of 3rd and 10. It's staying out of 3rd and 12 and leaving it just up to Justin Herbert to put his cape on and save the day. That doesn't, it hasn't worked, nor will it work. The past regime failed Justin because they didn't have a plan. This regime does. It's not about Justin Herbert passing 4,500 to 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, but just racking up about 5 wins. This offense is going to be hell to deal with next year because of the physicality that they will present. And as I've always said, I don't give a damn how much they run the ball. I don't care what it looks like. As long as we get in the playoffs and get an opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl, is all that matters to me at this point. This organization needs a new approach, and so does Justin Herbert. It damn sure will take all the pressure off of him to be Superman in every game, keep him healthy, and give us more wins. I don't want Justin Herbert to be the next Dan Marino. Marino was an offensive stat machine at quarterback. Marino was an all-time great quarterback that most of the time lit defenses up with his quick release and skill set. Where did that get him and all those stats? You never hear them mention Marino's name when they talk about the greats. He didn't win the trophy. I don't want him to be another Dan Marino. Phillip Rivers was just as good as Marino, and only 6 quarterbacks in history had more yards and touchdowns than Phillip Rivers. But what did that get him? A playoff record, I believe, of 5-9, no Super Bowl appearances, but damn near every other quarterback stat you could think of. If you don't want that to be Justin Herbert, trust the process. Trust Jim Harbaugh. Trust Joe Ortiz. Trust Greg Roman. Trust the pass game coordinator, Marcus Brady. Trust Shane Day, who was Justin Herbert's second quarterback coach from his sophomore season when he threw for a season best 5,014 yards. We seem to have forgotten all about these people that was put in place to help Justin Herbert get to the next level and win playoff games. So let's remember that this regime has forgotten more football than we will ever know. And knowing this and knowing their track record, I hope like hell we support whatever their decisions are from this point on, rally around this team through draft day and throughout the season, and let's save the judgments and criticisms until we see what it looks like and what the results are. Because I'm all in on Harbaugh. And I really do, for the first time in 46 years, I can see a Super Bowl with the Chargers leading the way within the next 2 to 3 years. Well, that wraps up this segment of Chargers Talk 4630. If you like the content here and you want to support this podcast, please subscribe and share the link with someone who may not have tuned into us yet. And as always, I appreciate you, your support, and hope to see you on the next one. Thank you and enjoy your day, and boat up.